Hey Chanakyans of grade 7, welcome to the video session. In this video, we are going to learn Civics chapter 8. So I hope you understood and you're very clear about the previous lesson, isn't it? Yes. In this video, we are going to learn chapter 7 from your civics, that is a shirt in the market. So to get a shirt, we are going to the shop and we are giving the money and getting the shirt, isn't it? Yes, but behind the shirt, making the shirt, the production of the shirt, there are so many hard works and there's so many process are there. So what are the process, how we are getting the shirt as a finished product, we are going to learn in this lesson. Shall we move on to the lesson? Yes. Now let's see what are the topics we are going to explore in this video. Okay, first introduction, then climatic requirements for cotton, case study about cotton farmers Swapna, the cloth market of Erode, working conditions of workers in an export company. At the last, we are going to recapitulate the lesson. Shall we start? Yes. See, in this picture, you can see different types of dresses, isn't it? The materials are very different. The first one silk, the second one terracotta and cotton, and the last one is polyester. Can you tell the type of clothes that are available in the market? Maximum, all the types of cloth will be available, isn't it? Yes. See here the process and the material, raw material of the clothes. The first one, cotton, polyester fiber, and silk fiber, isn't it? Yes. Agriculture is the primary source of supplying the raw material. So the agriculture will come under the primary sector, isn't it? Yes. And see, the story of a shirt begins with the production of cotton and ends with sale of the shirt. The chain of markets link the producer of cotton to the buyer of a shirt in the supermarket. And see here, the traders sell the cotton at the cotton market. And the second process, the ginning mill buys the cotton. Third one, ginning mill removes the seeds and presses the cotton into balls. They presses the cotton into balls. Fourth step, spinning mill buys the bales. Okay, and spinning mill spins the cotton into yarn. The spinning mill sells the yarn to yarn dealers. Then the climatic requirement for cotton are, see the first one and the second one. Cotton is a warm season. Cotton will be grown in warm season, that is tropical crop. This one is a tropical crop, and the cotton can be profitably grown in regions with rainfall of 850 and 100 and, 1100 millimeters. Now let's see the case study of cotton farmer Swapna. Okay, the Swapna, a small farmer in Kurnool, grows cotton in a small piece of land. She is busy picking cotton. She is the girl who is picking cotton. This is the place Kurnool. And the harvesting of cotton takes several days. It will take several days to harvest cotton. And Swapna collects cotton and sells it to the local traders instead of selling it to Kurnool cotton market. She had borrowed rupees 2500 from a trader at a very high rate of interest. The trader gave her loan on the condition that she has to sell all her cotton only to him. So in this, why did she borrow money at a high rate of interest from the local trader? She borrowed money to buy seeds, fertilizers, and pesticides. And in this, you can find At a price of rupees 1500 per quantile, cotton fetches rupees 6000. The trader deducted rupees 3000 for repayment of loan and interest and paid the other 3000 to Swapna. The Swapna's earning from cotton cultivation is not more than what she might have earned as a wage labor. The story of Swapna shows that the life of cotton farmers is miserable. Through they work very hard, they are paid very less. Even if they work very hard, they will be paid very less. And see the cloth market of Erode. Erode's bi-weekly cloth market in Tamil Nadu is one of the largest cloth market in the world. A large variety of clothes are sold in this market. The cloth merchants who have offices around this market buy this clothes. See the MCQ question. The cotton crop is converted into cloth by the cotton farmers, traders, cloth merchants, or weavers. The answer D. Weavers. Okay. Let's see at the cloth market, the merchants sell the cloth to the garment factories. In this way, the markets work more in favor of the merchants. The arrangement between the merchant and the weaver is an example of putting out system. Let's watch a video related to the lesson.
Cotton is an arable crop that is grown from its fiber. We are well aware of the travails and hardships of cotton farmers in remote villages of India. Due to excessive use of fertilizers and insecticides, growing cotton has become costly as it yields less returns. Putting out system. Putting out system is a system in which the weaving of cotton yarn is done by the weavers in their homes and under the supervision and guidance of the merchants. The merchants allocate the weaving work to the weavers according to the orders received. They also provide yarn to the weavers for weaving cloth as per the client's need. Weavers weave cloth and supply those to the merchants. Further, the cloth merchants sell the finished cloth to various manufacturers and exporters all over the country based on their orders. Advantages of putting out system. The weavers save their money on the purchasing of yarn as it is provided by the merchants. The weavers get to improve and enhance their expertise. The merchants sell finished cloth in the market, ensuring sure payments and returns to the weavers. Disadvantages of putting out system. The weavers are at loss because of their dependence on merchants for raw materials and market. So, the merchants dominate weavers on their terms and conditions. Merchants sell cloth in market at higher rates and offer low price to the weavers in return. The entire family of weavers spends most of their time on weaving cloth. One of the solutions to avoid merchant dominance is setting up of weavers cooperatives. To overcome such tough situation, a group of weavers along with some social activists came together to work and set up weavers cooperatives. They also promote and market the cloth and thus ensure higher and direct profits to weavers for their cloth. The government also plays a vital role in buying cloth from them, ensuring good and regular returns. Tamil Nadu government runs a free school uniform program for which they procure cloth from one of these cooperatives. Two such popular weaver cooperatives are Coptex and Kairali.
Yes, now you understood. Let's move on. Weavers from a group and take up certain activities collectively, okay, and they procure yarn from the yarn dealers and distribute it among the weavers. Let's see the garment exporting factories. Erode merchants supply cotton cloth to a garment exporting factories near Delhi, which is used for making shirts. These shirts are exported to foreign buyers. And see here in US, Europe and India. So from India it will be exported to Europe and US. Business person from US and Europe demand the lowest price from suppliers. The exporter tries his best to meet conditions set by these powerful buyers, okay. And the sellers in the sense export factories, the garment export factories try to cut cost, and they get maximum work from workers as the lowest wages. In this method they maximize their own profits and supply the garments to the buyers at a cheap price. The working conditions of workers in an export companies are: the Impex garment factory has 70 workers, mostly women. These workers are employed on a temporary basis, and the wages are fixed according to workers' skill. The tailors in garment factories are highest paid. Women are employed as helpers for thread cutting, buttoning, ironing, and packing. And these jobs have the lowest wages. Okay. The MCQ question is: under the putting out system, weavers in villages are supplied with raw materials for cloth making by the traders, cotton farmers, cloth merchant, and exporters. The answer C. Cloth merchants. Okay, children, now let's recapitulate the lesson. The journey of a shirt begins after the cloth made by weavers in villages and sold to cloth merchants. They sold to cloth merchants, and it is sold at very low price. Okay, they'll be getting for the very low price at the cloth market. Merchants sell the cloth to garment factories, okay, and this system known as putting out system, it makes weavers depend on merchants. The system make the weavers depend on the merchants. They have no idea as to what the actual worth of the cloth in and where it is being sold. The weavers' cooperatives have played an important role in reducing dependency of weavers on merchants. Okay, so for this to avoid the situation, what are they doing from the government? They are collecting all the materials. They are collecting all the materials from the weavers, and this has given poor weavers a chance to earn maximum from their production. Government helps cooperatives by buying clothes from them at a reasonable price, and role of merchant is reduced, and weavers get a fair price of the cloth. Now let's see the glossary words, children. The glossary words are: exporter, a person who sells goods abroad. Exporter means a person who sells goods abroad. Ginning mill, a factory where seeds are removed from cotton bolls and the cotton is pressed into bales to a sent to be sent for spinning into thread. The profit, the amount that is left or gained from earnings after deducting all the cost. If the cost are more than the earning, it would lead to a loss. Okay, children, we came to the end. I hope you are very clear about the lesson. And if you have any doubt, you can keep rewatch the video. Okay, don't worry about the present situation. It will change soon. We'll meet you in the school campus very soon. We'll look forward for the good thing. Till then, keep educating yourself by doing the activities which is given by the teachers. Okay, children, thank you.